Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Be in the Driver's Seat. I'm so excited to be on this morning. And as you can see, my co-host Regina, the Queen of Carlon, she is not here today. She out frolicking around the country, hanging out while I'm at work working today. So I'm so excited. Again, happy Saturday, everybody. This is a power pack show. I'm excited for what we're having today. I'm excited for the events that we'll be talking about. So make sure that you got your pen and paper so you can write things down and you can join in on the festivities. So this morning, before we go right into our first guest, I wanted to take a few minutes just to talk about the word poor. Poor. Poor, Pour. So I just want to give a shout out to a few women this morning. I would like to pour into them, and so, what I've learned is when we pour into others, we let them know that they're appreciated, that they're valued. And even though they may get recognition, and even though some may not, they still need to know that they are loved, valued, and appreciated. And the first woman that I want to pour into this morning is my very own sister, Beverly Lightner. She is not on, but I want her and my sister, Stephanie Lightner and Shayna Burrow, my three sisters, to know that they're loved this morning, that they are appreciated, and that I value them as women. This month, we'll be talking to two women. Even today on our show, we have been talking to women every month on the show about different things. We have had mayoral candidates. We have had a lot of people on, but today I specifically wanted to shout out some women. I want to shout out Regina, the Queen of Carlons. Sis, I appreciate you. Wherever you are, I know you're watching. I want you to know that I love you and I appreciate you. Cornelia Carter, you're on. I want you to know, sis, I love you this morning. Good morning, and I appreciate you. For all those that are watching, I want you to know that I love you. Let me pour into even Sierra Crudup. She'll be on later today. This young lady has been dedicated to her craft for many years, and I want her to know that I appreciate her and I see her. I see how she's working diligently. I see how she's dedicated to her craft. And then we have our very own Tamara Samuels that will be coming on. This woman works behind the scenes. She's pouring into people all the time. She's always helping the youth. She's always helping pastors, ministers, and leaders. And I want her to know that we appreciate her this morning. And to all my sister friends, wherever you are appreciated. Those that are in my church home, those who I've been rocking with for years, those that I've just met, women, I appreciate you this morning. And I want you to know that you are valued and you are appreciated. And I looked up the word pour, and as I thought about that, just think about when you pour something from a cup onto the floor, it splatters, it falls, it soaks in to the carpet. If it's carpet, if it's on the floor, it kind of just sets. It sets above level. But I looked at that in a different way, and I'm very mindful that many women wrestle with some things like insecurity, comparison, and past wounds. But pouring into them means reminding them that they are valuable and that they belong to Christ. They are chosen, they're capable, and they're deeply loved. So, Chantel, I love you this morning. I want you to know that you are appreciated and that I see you. Keep going. And I appreciate you. So I just wanted to take a minute to pour into some women. If I didn't call your name, know that I'm thinking about you. Know that I want to pour into you this morning. Know that I want you to know that you not only are you valuable, but you're fearfully and wonderfully made. Know that you can get up. Your bounce back is wonderful. You are resilient. You can go and do some things when the world counts you out. Know that Christ has you and you can go forth and do all things through him. So I want you to know today, if you do nothing else, I want you to look at yourself and say, I love me. Say your name. I love you, Teresa. I'm telling this to myself this morning. I want you to know that you are not only loved by Christ, but you are loved by me. And somebody is rooting for you, sis. Somebody is clapping their hands for you. Somebody is appreciating you. Somebody need what you have. So continue to pour. There's more in you. If you are awake this morning, if you have breath in your body, there is more in you so you can pour into the next person. So I'm going to challenge every woman today that's watching. watching, I'm challenging you to pour into another woman today. I'm challenging you to call another woman today and tell them that I appreciate you and I love you. I'm challenging you to call another woman today to say, hey, sis, I was just thinking about you. Let me buy you lunch. Let me buy you dinner. Let me buy you an ice cream. Or even if you can't buy anybody anything, let them know that, you know what, I'm in your corner. I'm clapping for you. Listen, it's not about competition, it's about collaboration. So if there are some women in your circle, partner with them, help them push what God is doing in their life. Listen, when you help others, God then turns around and help you. So that's what I wanted to do this morning, to pour into all the women that's around me. I want you to know that you're valued and appreciated. And I'm excited. We're getting ready to start the show. We have the wonderful Tamra Samuels. You know, I call her Tammy by her nickname, or I might call her, you know, in the church, we call her, you know, I ain't gonna say it. I'll let her say it when she come on. But this is a woman of God. This is a woman who is a agent of change, and she's doing great things in her city, and she's pouring into the lives of young women, and she's very present. And when we come back, I'll introduce her. So y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back after this break.
Hey, Metro Detroit, it's me, Tune Up Man, along with Joe Longhammer and Regina, the queen of car loans at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet in Waterford.
If I'm looking for a new car and I have $500, Regina, what can you do for me?
I'll take your $500 and turn it into $1,000.
But there's a catch, right?
That's right. I can only handle 25 of these deals each month.
Hurry before those 25 deals are gone.
Call or text 248-266-9875. I'll get you approved.
Master Baker Sierra Crudup, owner of Delicious Sweets Bake Shop and Craven Cookies, located at 203 South Washington Street in Saginaw, Michigan, inside of the SVRC Marketplace. If you're looking for delicious sweets, this is the place to stop in. They specialize in homemade desserts and one-of-a-kind custom cakes. They can be reached at 248-836-8080 or dsibakeshop.com.
Listen, I see my other co-host on. Good morning, Regina, the queen of car loans. Listen, she out frolicking, y'all. She out hanging out in them warm streets. And while I'm at work, y'all see how she working me. But anyway, good morning, queen. Want you to know I love you and appreciate you. So listen, we're getting ready to start with our very own Tamra Samuels. Tamra Samuels is a licensed professional counselor who works primarily with adolescents, adults, and couples. And she has been working in this field for many years. She has worked in this field academically, in the academic world, and in a clinical setting. She holds a master's degree in counseling education from Wayne State University. Shout out to Wayne State. And she's currently pursuing her doctorate degree. So I'm going to have to call her Dr. Samuel soon. Through working for a nonprofit, she gained a greater appreciation for the needs of children and adolescents and families. And she devoted much of her time to treatment of trauma and family therapy. Additionally, she has a wide variety of experience in a lot of clinical settings, including university counseling centers, community mental health centers, as well as home-based mental health. She has experience working with patients that with concerns of anxiety, depression, generational stress, or general stress, family issues, LGBTQ, and there's a lot of more alphabets that come with that, academics and occupational difficulties, race and social justice. So I'm excited to have her on today. She specializes in CBT, which is cognitive behavioral therapy, and focuses on approaches to help patients identify areas of their lives that are not functioning the way that it should. So I'm excited to have her on. She does do DBT, which is dialectic. I'm tearing that word up. Behavioral therapy, MRT, and she does trauma therapy. So I'm excited to have her on this morning. And not only are we bringing her on to talk about some things that she's doing in her professional world, she is doing an impartation day of prayer. And this is a phenomenal event. It's going to merge women and youth together. So without further ado, let us introduce and bring on Miss Tamra Samuels. Good morning, Tamra.
Morning. How are you?
Tammy. Let me call you Tammy this morning.
Yes, this Tammy is good.
Yeah, good morning. I'm so glad that you are on. I tore up your bio a little bit because I was saying some names, but listen, I'm excited that you on. This has been a long time coming. I'm
Yeah.
thankful that you had some time in your schedule today. I know we both are running to conferences today, but I just want to talk a little bit today about who is Tamra and what's going on. What are you doing?
Yes, thank you so much. It's such an honor to be here. I've been waiting. Listen, who is Tamara? Listen, I'm really just a servant of the Lord.
That's good.
No matter where I place myself, wherever God places me, that's who I am. In the marketplace, I am a licensed therapist, as you have already stated. Listen, I love my job. I love talking to not only families, women, youth, young men. I have the whole spectrum. So God is really doing a mighty work, even in the marketplace. In my life, I specialize in juvenile justice. So I'm in and out of the juvenile justice system a lot. On a daily basis, and trying to pull these young people out. That's my goal, trying to pull them out. So
I read in your bio that you are really passionate about young people. So
absolutely.
I know one of the things you're doing is the event that's coming up soon. But let's talk about a little bit about. I know you said that you are in and out of the juvenile system or judicial system with the kids. So kind of let's talk about the trends that you're seeing. Is there a big trend that you're noticing now that was maybe a little different a year or so ago?
Wow, yeah, there's several trends. Of course, I even though I love working with the youth as far as the young girls, Dr. T, I have a lot of young men on
Oh.
my caseload, a lot of young men. And so the trend that I've been seeing is that these young men, these young women, instead of being leaders, they are followers.
Mm-hmm.
Can't have that. Uh, the thing is that I try to instill in them that you have to have your own mind. So,
Mm-hmm.
in other words, not only do they get in trouble, they get in trouble with other young people, following other young people
Mm-hmm.
down the wrong path. And
Mm-hmm.
so, that this is what mental health is about, to try to guide somebody to have their own thoughts, their own feelings, to be leaders, not followers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and to have a positive mindset for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I see a lot of what I'm seeing now is that these young people have no sense of self.
Mm,
They have lost their identities.
mm.
And really, what it really comes down to, if I'm very honest, it comes down to traumatic experiences within the homes.
Yes, yes,
To even be more specific, and I know you didn't ask for this, but to even be more specific, it has a lot to do with dysfunctional mothers.
yeah. But I did want to talk about that because I'm hearing a. You hear that? Okay. So what I'm saying, the reason why I asked you that, because I was wondering how can we help shape these young people to prevent them from going through a lot of unnecessary challenges. But I realized that some of those challenges stem from at home. So I know that young children sometimes they're a product of their environment, what's going on in the household. So how can we reach the parent so that we can better help shape? How is there a collaboration, or is there something as we as leaders, those that are in the teachers, those that are playing a role, pivotal role in their life, how can we come together to reach them even in a home setting, especially if you see a lot of dysfunctional mothers, dysfunctional families, dysfunctional fathers, because these children are going to grow up.
That's right. You're absolutely right. See, the key word is collaboration.
Hmm.
The old African saying, it takes a village, right?
Yeah.
It takes a village. That's the key to collaboration. In other words, families cannot handle it all alone. They
Hmm.
need teachers, they need the schools, they need the clergy, They need, our community. They need our mayors to step up. They need our government to
Mhm.
see the issue. We need more people to catch them early.
Yeah.
Catch them early.
But here's the thing though, Tam, like
Mhm.
we need people to catch them early. But what I'm learning is that even in the settings that we just said, the clergy, even in school, there's so much turnover in the school. And the teachers today are not the teachers that I had when I was in school. Now we do have some good teachers. So shout out to the educators that are really pouring
Yeah.
into their students. But we do have some teachers that kind of show up. This is just a job for them. They're not taking a lot of interest in the students. And I'm not talking about, and please forgive me. So all my educators, I am not talking about you. If you, I'll salute you, but we do have some that are not pouring into the students. And I had teachers that was very concerned. I had teachers that not only called my mother, they would check me. They didn't play with me. And I know that you can't do that today because there's so many rules. You cannot, you first of all, you can't pray in school. You can't discipline in school. I remember getting patterns. I
That's
remember, I mean, the environment was so different. So, how do we help change the environment? How?
that this is where the collaboration comes in place. We know that teachers are limited.
Mhm.
It they're limited on anywhere you turn it. They're limited. They can't pray in school. They can't discipline the children. If they say too much, it's the issue. So
Yes,
they're limited. So that's where they need the resources to know where to go, where to reach out to. This is why community mental health is important. And
yeah,
I'm not just tooting the horn,
yeah,
of community
yeah,
mental health, but this is why, because we need counselors. And I know that schools have counselors,
yeah,
but their counselors are also limited. School
yeah,
counselors are limited a
yes.
lot of times to just doing schedules.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying. So, community mental health programs like we're having in the community, like the Day of Impartation. This is
Yes.
all necessary.
Mm-hmm.
If we had more government monies, listen, I promise you, things would be different.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever the school falls short, not willingly, but wherever they're limited, the community needs to fill in the gap.
Yeah.
Wherever the
When
community is limited,
Oh, so
yeah,
so much happening in the community 'cause it's lacking. And so we got Clarissa Payne Granberry. Hey sis, good morning this morning. She definitely was an educator. She said I was that check
yeah,
praying teacher for sure.
yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I appreciate you, sis. But the thing is, teachers' hands are tied, the school's hands are tied, like even
absolutely.
principal hands are tied. Kids still have to go home. So you talked a little bit about the day of impartation. Let's talk a little bit more. Why is this event that you're putting on so important? Because what I'm seeing is you're reaching out saying, "Hey, I need teens. I want as many teens who want to come." Listen, nobody will be turned down. I am personally sponsoring 16. So if you're on here watching now and you have a team that you would like to go to the day of impartation, we are sponsoring 16s. And so
Yeah.
to know that we want them there. If there's a team right now that has a desire to go and they don't have the money to go, all you have to do is inbox me. I will make sure that you get a ticket to go. We are sponsoring six. So let's kind of talk about the day of impartation. What is that looking like?
Wow, the Day of Impartation. Listen, I'm going to tell you, I love that word you said, collaboration. I'm going to keep using it
Keep
because
using
it's a merging, it's a collaboration. So, what this is actually it's women and youth. And but you know what, Dr. T,
it. Mhm.
it's whoever comes, because
Yes.
at this point we are getting some young men that are
So let them
asking to
come.
come. So we're merging adults and youth together. We're literally mentoring. It's a one day, but listen, it's a lasting impression.
Yes.
So we're merging them together. We are doing a powerful mentorship. Not only are we having mental health moments, We're having a day of prayer. Listen, don't get scared of the word prayer.
Mm-hmm.
Don't back down because we say it's the day of prayer. Listen, that's what we're lacking. Our children, listen, I see them every day.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we're lacking is the spiritual component of their lives. So we have mothers that are coming to pray, literally, to pray over our children. We have, listen, Dr. T, this is the part I'm excited about.
Tell me.
Entire workshop that's split up in 2 hours. I literally had, oh my God, you look, I have, if you're interested in owning your own healthcare company, okay, we're talking about entrepreneurship,
Mm-hmm.
owning your own salon, owning your own real estate company. We even have a builder, a property investor coming.
Yes.
If you're interested in owning a child care service, if you're interested in owning a nonprofit that's profitable, okay, we have them come. I'm talking about, these are not people that just have the book knowledge. These are people that are in the trenches.
Okay. They're doing the work.
That's right. They're doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
I have a literal millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Her name is Dr. Charity Hollins, right?
Shout out to Dr. Charity Holland.
Shout out. She's not just, a hoping to be.
Yeah.
No. Legit millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
She has a nonprofit and she's coming to teach us how to get your nonprofit up, going, and profitable. Okay. Home healthcare business. I don't know if you know, but that's where you secure your bag. Listen.
I lived for 30 years. I was behind the scenes pushing
Wow.
somebody else care business. So I understand what that looks like. Yeah.
That's right. We're bringing it to Detroit. We're bringing it to Michigan. So a lot of these people are coming from out of state into Detroit just to push Detroit. Isn't that phenomenal?
It is amazing.
We
So
have-
listen,
they-
we see the date there, but why don't you
Yes.
tell everybody the date and the time?
Yes, it is Saturday, October the 25th. It starts at 10 o'clock. Listen, vendor setup. If you would like to be a vendor, please jump on. Vendor setup is at 9. Intercessory prayers at 9:30. So doors will be open early. We're going to go until about 4 o'clock. We have a very special guest speaker coming. Wow. Listen, when I tell you about the moms, remember I told you about those moms?
Yes.
She is coming. Her name is Apostle Pastor Lisa Reeves.
I love her so much.
I know, right? I just met her.
Oh my God, I love her.
Man, when I tell you she's getting ready to be everybody's mama by the end of the day.
Yeah, she's amazing. Shout out to Pastor Reeves. She was here doing a conference. She's been up here in Pontiac a few times doing a conference. So I really appreciate her and her business. So listen, wait, someone made a comment. So Clarissa Payne Granberry said the gap needs to be bridged in a triangle. Home to school to community, and community to home. Get back to the basics.
Absolutely.
So Dr. Tam, because that's next. Dr. Tam, I need to know, like, what is the follow-up after things like this? When we have conferences like that, and that's one of the biggest things that I hear all the time. I love the fact that you all are having conferences, but what's the follow-up after you have the conference?
Listen, this has been an ongoing thing. I don't know if you know, we had another one in April.
I do.
Listen, through these pop-up situations that we have, like the Day of Impartation, you are connected. So whether you need a mental health therapist, we connect you. Whether you need a spiritual mentor, we connect you. Listen, it's an ongoing thing. That's why I need you all to be there, because connections take place.
Yeah.
We follow up through emails. We follow up through surveys. We've given out surveys to make sure that we're covering all of our bases. Somebody said follow up is important. It is key. So whatever you need, if we have a real estate agent coming. So let's say if you're trying to, are you thinking about buying a home, moms, parents?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, you know the follow-up is coming because they want you to be in a home. We're pushing home ownership.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so follow up, follow up, follow up. Don't let we're not, listen, the company is called Empower Futures. Okay.
I love
Empower Futures will not let you fall through the gap. I promise.
Empower Futures.
Yeah.
You are. So I'm excited for this day of impartation. You calling it a day of prayer. So when people see that and they was like, and they see the word prayer, they kind of automatically think it's a church event. Is this a church event?
It is a merging. It is the merging of spirit and marketplace,
That's good.
ministry and marketplace.
That's
So
good.
we are having it in a church, and I hope that you see the details. It is Kingdom International Church of God in Christ. It is in Dearborn, Michigan, off of Chase Road, 5501 Chase Road. But guess what? Everybody is welcome. Do not let prayer back you up, make you back up.
Yeah.
But guess what? I can't back up
I
either.
know that's
Dr.
right.
T,
Ain't backing up. Okay.
we ain't backing up, Dr. T.
So now that since we talked about prayer, I know we got a few more minutes. A lot of women that I'm in business with or that I see, we talk about prayer. We pray over our businesses. We pray
Yes.
over our hands. We pray over the things that God has put us over. And so, why is prayer important
Ooh, wow.
in the marketplace,
Wow.
well as
Listen.
in? You know what I mean? So, why is prayer important?
Listen, let me say this in one word. It is the foundation.
Yeah.
Foundation. Listen, this is what I've learned, Dr. T. We cannot do anything without prayer first.
Yeah.
It is a
Effectively.
foundation. It don't matter what you're doing. It don't matter if you opening a home, healthcare, daycare, real estate. It don't matter if you're trying to be a mom. We have somebody coming who is a mother of 6 boys.
Oh my.
Okay.
Oh my.
Raise them.
Amazing.
Raise them. Single parent. And guess what? They all pray. Okay.
Amen. So,
You
I
have to
am
teach
one.
our children.
I push prayer. And for those
Yeah.
of you who know me and those of you who know I am a Christian therapist. So I can boldly say that. In the past, I was like, I'm a therapist that's a Christian, but over the years it has evolved. And now I stand 10 toes down as a Christian therapist. So
Yes.
Clarissa said yes, the foundation prayer is key. Yes, prayer is key. So Tamara, we got a few more minutes. I need you to announce this again. I need you to tell them how they can get tickets. I need you to tell them how they can get in contact with you. Let's get these tickets out. Let's fill this space up. I am personally sponsoring 6 youth. So again, for all those that's watching, you can contact me. I'm going to I'll email Tamara or text Tamara your names. I'm going to send her the money so she'll already have it for 6 people. And I want you all in the room for this day of prayer, impartation. So let's talk about, let them know. How can they contact you? How can they get a ticket?
Yes. So the day of prayer and impartation, I need you all to go to www.empowerfutures. That's EMPOWERFUTURES.org. I'm going to say that one more time. www.empowerfutures.org. If for whatever reason you cannot find the website or cannot get on the website, please call me. I'll give my number. It is 313-433-3267. One more time, 313-433-3267. Listen, we just want you there. We want you there. Please register because we got lunch. We need to know how many to feed. But listen, we have very special gifts to give out that day. I cannot wait. Please
I'm so excited.
somebody.
I'm so excited. I pray that it is sold out. I pray that y'all have so many people come that you have to have them outside. I pray. So I'm excited about this. I'm excited because I've never seen so much happen in one space. There's something for everyone there. So whether you're a woman, whether you're a youth, whether you're a young man, this space is for you. They have something for you. This is something happening right here in Dearborn, Michigan. And so if you have teens, listen, and adults, do not tarry. If you need to be in the space, we're inviting you to. So again, thank you so much, Tam, for coming
Thank
on. I'm
you.
excited about the event. I know that it's going to be phenomenal, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen. So may God bless you and the event.
Bless you.
And I'll see you soon. And we'll be right back with Sierra Crudup after this quick break.
Hey, Metro Detroit, it's me, Tune Up Man, along with Joe Longhammer and Regina, the Queen of Car Loans at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet in Waterford.
If I'm looking for a new car and I have $500, Regina, what can you do for me?
I'll take your $500 and turn it into $1,000.
But there's a catch, right?
That's right. I can only handle 25 of these deals each month.
Hurry before those 25 deals are gone.
Call or text 248-266-9875. I'll get you approved.
Master Baker Sierra Crudup, owner of Delicious Sweets Bake Shop and Craven Cookies, located at 203 South Washington Street in Saginaw, Michigan, inside of the SVRC Marketplace. If you're looking for delicious sweets, this is the place to stop in. They specialize in homemade desserts and one-of-a-kind custom cakes. They can be reached at 248-836-8080 or dsibakeshop.com.
And we are back to be in the driver's seat. Listen, I'm excited. We have Sierra Crudup that's coming on. This is her monthly. She comes on once a month and she shares some tips for business owners, and she shares some great things that's happening. Good morning, Sierra.
Good morning. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. How are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing really good. Were you able to hear the pour this morning? I was very intentional about some of the women I was pouring into this morning. Were you able to hear the pour?
Yes, I did hear the pour this morning. So thank you for that.
You are absolutely welcome. I was hoping to see Mr. Crudup on, but as you would have it, business calls. So good morning again, and let's just dive right into it. So Sierra, this morning we're talking about some of the pitfalls with being a business owner. So let's kind of talk about it because I've watched you along the way because I've had a front row seat, but I've watched you more recently trying to navigate new business and even your existing business. So what is some of the pitfalls that you are noticing that is happening right now?
Um, that's a good question. I think this season of my life is very interesting because at the end of this month we will have 14 years with Delicious Sweets.
Shout out to Delicious Sweets 14th year anniversary.
Yeah, so having Delicious Sweets for 14 years, the first 5 years was in your kitchen,
Yeah, I think
between
she owe me, everybody. I think that I need payment for them 5 years. What do y'all think? Time me.
between you know, you and my dad's kitchen and the dorm at Saginaw Valley. The first 5 years, looking back, I never imagined that I would have 14 years with Delicious Sweets. And at this point, I think I'm getting to the point in my business where I don't sweat the small stuff anymore. Um, I remember in the beginning, I would be crying when things didn't go well. I
Allow
would
it.
be going crazy. I would be calling you like, "Mom, can you please pray? Um, this is not going right." I remember not giving myself enough time to prepare. I remember cakes falling apart. I just remember so many different things. And at the time, I thought it was the end of the world.
Mhm.
And because I have some experience now, I realized you don't have to sweat the small stuff. Um, and I guess one of the biggest things I learned is that everything always works out. So, regardless of if it works out the way you think it should or the way you want it to, everything always works out.
That's good. Good morning, Steph. I poured into you this morning, sis. So good to see you on. Cornelia Carter said, congratulations on your 14-year business anniversary. Yay,
Thank you.
congratulations. So, Sierra, what I heard you say, this is 14 years. And a lot of people look at Delicious Sweets today and they see this product, but they don't kind of understand what it took to get to 14 years. And so now that you're at 14 years and you do have some experience, what is different today that you would do versus what you did many years ago? So I know you talked about preparation and things like that, but what do you do today that helps shape you and prepare you for the rest of the week, the rest of the month? Like, what does that look like today versus 14 years ago?
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I remember when I got started, I didn't know what I was doing, and I never went to school for baking. Even though a lot of people they think I went to school for baking, I went to school for social work, and baking is a gift that I found out I had, and I just didn't know that I had it, and I actually enjoyed it. So, I remember just I didn't really understand the time it took to bake a cake or how long I needed time for preparation. So I think some of the things that I do differently now is everything is about timing and preparation.
Yeah.
So it's not just myself. I know that's another thing. And this may be a tip for somebody who's watching. As an early business owner, I always felt like I had to do everything myself. I have
Hmm.
to do this myself so that I can make sure it gets done right. Because if I don't do it right, or if I don't do it, I can't depend on the other person to do it right. At the end of the day, it falls back on me. And even though I carried that mindset of being 14 years in, I realized that I cannot do everything by myself. If I want my business to grow and scale, it's impossible for me to do everything. So I have a team of people, and we are closed a couple days a week,
Good.
but still working. We're still working. We're still preparing. I have an assistant baker. I have employees, and they help me get everything done. So that's a question that you have to ask yourself as a business owner. Do I want to do everything myself and
Mhm.
have that pride and feel like, oh, I did this and I know it was done right? And then sometimes stressing yourself out because you physically can't do it all? Or do you really want to watch your business grow and scale and become just like those businesses that you admire because they have help?
That's good. That's a good tip because we do often feel like we got to do it, like it can't get done without us. But you know what? Teamwork makes the dream work. And so the purpose of having a business is to have people to help you run the business so that you can go do some things that you need to get done.
Yeah.
And so our very own producer said, "Oh no, not the cakes falling apart. You're the bomb." Listen, listen. The bloopers are the things that you have no knowledge about. I've seen her. I remember one time she was making her best friend cake, and it was her birthday, and she was taking it to her. And as she was walking out of the garage to put it in the car, the cake fell apart. I mean, when I,
The
the door.
screen door shut on it. So it like folded in half, and it was the party started at 7. It was a few minutes before 7, and it was a disaster.
It was a disaster. And I had at the time one of my good friends who was a baker. She happened to be here and she was able to help her patch it back together. But I have seen some things. So, Sierra, for those that are listening that have a desire to get into business, that have, they know that this is something that they want to do, what would you tell them now? After having 14 years of experience, what would you say to somebody who has a desire to start a business today?
I would say first do your research. I know a lot of times we have great ideas and
Mhm.
we have things that we want to bring to the world. And just because we have a great idea doesn't mean that it's a need in our area. So, a lot of times over the years, I've created things, I've put things out. A lot of them did very well, but there were some things that didn't do so well.
Mhm.
And at this point, I don't look at them as failures. I look at them as lessons, but I would say absolutely do your research, and that way you can see if there's a demand for what it is that you want to do. And not saying that if your area doesn't have the demand for it, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it. I'll give you an example. Um, I have a friend of mine. Actually, we share a godson, and she likes to create things. So I reached out to her because I needed something for a cake that I just did. And she does things with her Cricut. She's really good at crafting things. And we're living in this trendy world now with cakes, and we're putting these names and big things on cakes,
Yeah.
but they require like special machinery.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew she had this. So I reached out to her and I said, "Hey, can you make me a cake topper?" She'd never done it before. So I told her, I sent her pictures of what I wanted, but because she knows how to do it, she was able to produce it. And I told her, I'm like, "Hey, if you're really interested in having another stream of income, you should go for this." And
Yeah.
she's like, "Well, the area that we live in is not good." And I told her, "Your audience is not local, it's online."
So I'm glad you said that, because oftentimes people want to start businesses, and even in our very own hometown, sometimes because people don't purchase from you or don't support you in your own place, in your own environment, that doesn't mean that your business shouldn't go forth. So let's kind of talk about what you said to her. Why did you say that to her?
Well, I mean, from the outside looking in, so because she hasn't done this before, she's wanted to sell craft things, and she's done that a little bit before, but felt like she wasn't very successful. But I told her, from a person who has experience in business, your audience is online. There's people on Etsy and on TikTok and on Instagram that are waiting to purchase things because there's a need for it. You just have to put it out there. So whereas she was thinking, man, I want to do this, but I know these local people aren't going to patronize me or
Mhm.
at least make it worth my while. And I was telling her, like, that may be true, but you can still do this and excel in it because there is an online platform for you. And she's actually looking into getting that started. So I'm excited for her, and I hope she does continue with it. I did tell her I was going to follow up. So to give her that push.
And I just want to encourage those that are listening now, and even for those that will come back and listen. If God is giving you an idea, a business idea, don't be afraid. Just put it out there. There is somebody that need what you have. And so don't be afraid to start the business, but make sure you do your research. So Sierra, I'm excited to talk about the event that you and Delvon have coming. So let's kind of talk about couples conversation and cuisine. I know that our producer is going to put that up shortly so that people can see it. But let's talk about what that looks like.
Okay, so couples conversation and cuisine is going to be next Saturday, on October 18th, and it is actually Sweetest Day. So my husband and I are hosting an event for couples. So it's for couples who are dating, engaged, married, any form of couples, and it's going to be a night to just celebrate love. Um, us as business owners, we don't get a chance to go out much, and we are definitely not into the club scene. But we wanted to create something that feels like something you can you and your spouse. And we're going to have a conversation piece where we have some experienced couples who's going to give us some encouragement. And we also have some newlyweds. So it's going to be a great night. Dancing, food, good conversation, and a lot of surprises.
I like the fact that you're going to have dancing there. So not only are you going to have a panel, some people to pour into you all, but you're going to actually have some fun. And
Yeah.
so these are things that are missing. And so I love the fact that you all came up with couples conversations and cuisine. Now, I know that it came out of a lack, because there's not much going on like this anywhere. And so now, what can I mean, what kind of food are you gonna have? I know you're having a 3 course meal. Is it gonna be something, delicious? What we having? I'm
That's a
excited.
good question. So we're actually having, so we'll have a tossed salad to start with, and then we're having garlic mashed potatoes. We're having a roast beef. We're having smoked chicken that my husband is going to be cooking
Ooh,
himself.
woo, woo.
We're having green beans. We're having a veggie Alfredo, and we're having a whole dessert buffet. So we got 2 meats, 3 sides, a whole dessert buffet. We got the rolls and the salads, and then some surprises, some things I'm not going to announce.
Don't announce everything.
I won't, but I'm really encouraging couples all over to come. I had my aunt who's in Pontiac. She texted me the other day, like, "Why didn't you invite me?" And honestly, I just didn't think that people from Pontiac would want to travel to come to Saginaw for this event. But she changed my mindset, so I'm encouraging everybody. I know we travel to Detroit, we travel out of town for things we want to do. This is an event that is going to be amazing, and I know if you make the investment to come and the time investment, if you drive up here, you're going to be happy that you came.
Yes, and I'm loving it because it's going to be a great event. And also, I'm excited that you all in Delvon have done this. And I hope that you all continue to do this to encourage couples and marriage because marriages are under attack. So, what are some of the things that you and Delvon would like to see people take away from this event?
I'm glad you asked that. We would like people to just reconnect. Number one, reconnect with each other, and then also to appreciate the little things in relationships that sometimes you get busy in the day to day working and you don't pay attention to the small things. But if you took away those small things right now, you definitely would miss them. So this is a night of celebrating love, of reconnecting with your partner, and then just realizing that we should appreciate the small things.
Yeah, so this is another pour. So you get to pour into your spouse even on this day, just spending time with them. It's Sweetest Day, it's a night of love. And this is just a great all around event. So I'm encouraging you all to go. It's $100 per couple. So for those of you that are watching, I am sponsoring a couple to go. So if you're watching, I have sponsored six teams that will be going to the prayer impartation with Dr. Samuels. And also, if you are listening now and you want to go to Couples and Conversations, I am sponsoring a couple to go. So you can inbox me and I'll make sure Sierra gets your name and money. So
I would love for that couple to be from Pontiac or Detroit or somewhere in that surrounding area.
so
I'm
that's
telling
what
you,
we putting it out there. Not you can't be in the Saginaw area. So you have to be in Pontiac. You have to be in this way: Pontiac, Detroit, Flint. If you are in Flint, Pontiac, Detroit, Southfield, Bloomfield, anywhere you are in the city, that's near us, not in Saginaw, not in Bay City, not in those surrounding cities. But if you are traveling to go, we are sponsoring for you to go. This is going to be a beautiful night where you get to enjoy your spouse, your boo, and your partner. So you get to have a good time. So we are sponsoring you if you want to go. So Sierra, again, tell them how can they get tickets here, and not only get tickets here, but how if they want to get some delicious sweets, desserts, how can they do that as well?
you can find us on Facebook at Delicious Sweets Bake Shop as well as Craven Cookies. We do have the link to the Couples Conversation and Cuisine tickets on my page. So Sierra Crudup on Facebook. If you want to get tickets, you can inbox me, you can inbox Dr. T, and we'll make sure you get a ticket.
Yeah, so I'm so excited. I'm excited for what you are doing in the city of Saginaw, and I pray the blessings of the Lord upon you in the business. And thank you so much for joining us. And we look forward to seeing you on next month and you telling us how wonderful this event is. So happy Saturday to you.
Thank you so much. You guys have a great day.
You too. So listen, everybody, this has been a good show. We've had Dr. Tam on, and she talked about the day of prayer and impartation. So, again, if you're watching, please know that I am sponsoring six young girls. So, if you have six, not even just six young girls, I'm sponsoring six teens, period. So, if you know of anyone who has a desire who can go, then I will purchase their ticket. And if you are in Pontiac, Southfield, Bloomfield, West Bloomfield, Waterford, or any surrounding city, Detroit, if you would like to go to Couples, Conversations, and Cuisines with the Crudups, I am sponsoring a ticket for a couple as well. I thank you for watching Be in the Driver's Seat today. We're ending a little early because we got some stuff going on, but we got some upcoming events. So before we end, we have the 7 Up service brought to you by the Women of New Experience Church, and it's It's called Stand Up, and that's happening on November 9th, 2025 at New Experience Church, located at 575 East Pike Street in Pontiac, Michigan. This is starting at 3:30 p.m. Listen, I want to invite you out. It's not only myself, but Sierra is on the program too. So you'll have a mother-daughter tag team. So I'm excited, as well as some other phenomenal women. And so now, listen, we have boots, buckles, and bling. This is happening October. Well, this has happened already. So we missed that. That was last night. So I hope y'all had a good time. And today, if you have not heard, today at Welcome Missionary Baptist Church, this is their Women Empowerment Conference. The conference has started, but you still have time to get there. The ticket price is $30 per person. You can pay at the door. There are some phenomenal, powerful women that will be speaking today, and it's hosted by our very own Tenora Flagler, and this is happening today. I am one of your conference hosts, and that will happen on today. Please join us. And then on tomorrow, on Sunday, Welcome will still be kicking it off and going on with their Women's Day event, their Women's Empowerment event, and it's a special guest speaker as well. And as you heard, Dr. Tam, she talked about impartation, a day of prayer. This is happening on Saturday, the 25th of October at 10 a.m. to 4. Make sure you get your tickets. Again, I am sponsoring 6 people. So if you want to go, make sure you look back, lock in, and go. I appreciate you all. I hope you have an amazing day. May the Lord bless you all today, and happy Saturday. We'll see you right back here on next week. Be in the driver's seat with myself, Dr. T, and Regina, the Queen of Carlones. See you all later. Have a good Saturday.